All right, guys, welcome back to episode 91 of the Double Bogey Show. Today, Tyler brought us through the entire trip of the Caddy Girls tournament with him and Grandpa Dave, along with a little preview of tomorrow's golf trip with the boys that I will be going on. This is an electric episode. Grandpa Dave is, he's one of a kind. You're going to want to listen in. We hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Also, Ryan and I fucked up big time.
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 91 of the DBS.
We sure are glad to have you guys back in studio today. We have a great one for you.
This is Ryan, the 12-plus handicap. I'm sitting next to Tyler, my co-host, the 20-plus handicap. And today,
I would say we're closer to an 18, but thank you.
An 18 handicap. And today, we're going to bring you an action-packed, fun-filled, nostalgic episode.
I think we're really going to take you on a journey today.
This is like NPR vibes.
Yeah, that's the point, Matt.
Well, I'm catching on to it. It's just too early in the morning.
Matt, you didn't play along. You just broke character.
Here's the thing. If you blow your load too early in...
Are you sleepy?
A little sleepy.
If you blow your load too early in the podcast with energy-wise, I mean, it's just all downhill from here.
I mean, fuck, we've learned that mistake plenty of times.
Exactly. It's kind of like, you know, if you blow your load in the first 6 holes and you birdie 2 of them, it's like, well, good luck.
You ever blow your load in 6 different holes, Matt?
Not since college.
Yeah, it reminds me of my college days.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, everyone?
Not much. You?
Not much. How are you?
Pretty decent yourself?
Not too bad. Hey, how you been?
I've been good.
I'm also good.
Okay, all right, guys.
Okay, get into it.
Okay. What do we want to start with? I think we got to start with Ryan. We fucked up. We fucked up bad. We really screwed the pooch, if you will.
You did. I didn't.
You kind of did too.
That is true.
Yeah.
From a caddy perspective, that does mainly fall on my shoulders.
Well, also, and your backup plan perspective.
Yeah. Well,
we missed the sign up for Pine to Palm.
That's brutal.
We missed it bad.
That was one of your New Year's resolutions.
I mean, we didn't
Yeah.
miss it. We were just late.
Yeah, like it filled up in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So Ryan was going to sign up for the long drive competition.
No, I was going to sign up for the tournament.
Yeah.
Because I'm mentally in a spot right now where I could go in and I could say, hey, I don't need qualifying. I don't need anything. Just put me against Mr. Tom from last year in 1 round of match play, and you'll never see me again.
Do you think they would? I don't know if they would accommodate that, but they might.
You'd think they would.
You never know.
They definitely would.
No.
Flash the podcast downloads. Like, just so you know, I got an Instagram account with 38K.
Yep.
Relax,
That
Matt.
means
That is such
nothing
a...
But the Pine...
You're saying it wouldn't come to that if they kept saying no? You wouldn't pull out the socials?
Not for that
They're
reason
old as
specifically.
shit.
They
They'd be
do
like,
not
what's
care.
this Instagram?
Okay.
They do not care. This is... And I mean, again, if you have any connection to Pine to Palm, I maybe apologize in advance for what I'm going to say.
No.
The Pine to Palm is run by, I feel like it's very PGA oriented. Like you got the guys at the top of the PGA they've kind of monopolized the premier tournament for amateur golfers in our area. And they are not willing to conform to anything. However, this year, I believe things will be different because there's a new
Guy.
head of the board. Chair of the board, new commissioner, who I've taken out to dinner. I've met up for coffee. I've bribed him. I said, hey, get me back in the tourney. And he was willing to sit down and listen to me. So I don't think it would have had to come to that. I didn't do any of those things, to be honest. I literally would have just throw my name in the hat. And because they are like this, they completely would have bypassed my name and been like, well, there's no blacklisted names on this sign up sheet, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
I would have got in.
You would have snuck in, but we're idiots and we forgot to go sign up the day it opened. So I'm on a waiting list now. I called and left a message with the new commish, and you can tell he's young and hip because he texted me back instead.
Oh, really?
He's like, yeah, list is pretty long, man. I'm like, any luck I'm going to get in? He's like, you're 17th on the list.
Okay, maybe I think there's maybe a couple things we could do to get you at the top.
Well,
Matt,
we need the listeners to go out and steal all the clubs from 18 people that are actually signed up in the tournament.
but no, I think Matt, that's a good opportunity to say, hey, we'll help you promote this tournament. if you put this name at the top of the list.
See, I was thinking the opposite. You said these are like very PGA-esque.
They used to be last year.
New crew.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if you guys' wallets are thick enough, why don't we live their asses? Create our own tournament.
We don't
Palm
have
to
enough.
pine.
We don't have enough. Palm to pine, and we do it across the street.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing about Pine to Palm too is there's no palm trees on this course.
We could
So
get
number
those-
one, it's misleading. It's false advertising for people looking for to golf in the palm trees.
Well, it's talking about how it starts in the pine trees here, and then people from all the way down to the palm trees come to the tournament.
But that's misleading.
No, it's not. There are people that come from tropical areas to play.
But I thought
Really?
palm
Yeah.
trees.
In this tournament?
Yeah.
Jesus, you'd think there'd be better tournaments to play in
Yeah.
down in the palm trees.
Yeah, well,
Enough about that. It would have been fun to play. I was actually going to join the long drive competition because had a lesson yesterday, Tyler, and I have gotten right.
felt good.
My instructor Lucas has gotten me right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm feeling good about it. So I'm a little bit bummed I can't get into that because that registration was also closed.
Get on the waiting list.
I will. I'll get on the waiting list.
Just show up to the long drive competition, and once it's over, just go by yourself and just start hitting bombs, and then see if you can beat the person.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, I know inside that I'm better than you.
Or again, just play from across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, play from across the street and then still hit it farther.
Yeah.
Or like stay at the end of the range. Maybe they'll have one open spot at the end of the range, just like I'm having a normal range session, and just start hitting bombs.
Did you ever watch the Robin Hood movie as a kid when he's a fox?
No.
Well, he's got to go to an archery competition to win something from the king. I think it's the princess. I don't know.
Okay.
But he dresses up as a little old lady and then just shoots his bow. He sneaks into the tournament dressed as a little old lady. So you dress as a little old lady in the crowd,
Sure.
and then sneak into the tournament.
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire, they're at.
Well, it's kind of like
Yeah.
Uncle Drew, the Kyrie Irving thing.
Yep, exactly.
Where he'll dress up as an old man and go play pickup ball and just dominate
Yeah.
guys. I don't know. I think there's options. There's definitely options. Just how far do we want to go with this thing in order
Right.
to get in?
I think we just got to cross our fingers and hope this waiting list. You got to get on a waiting list first, and then we got to cross our fingers and hope it works out.
Can we just go anyway? Like, can we just go and watch anyway?
I mean, I don't really want to.
I think that'd be sad.
Okay.
But
Why?
I think the old man costume idea would be a great video.
There's not a single person playing in that tournament that I give a shit about.
That's why we kind of go and we heckle a little bit.
Yeah, but that's way different than the videos of people heckling PGA players. We're heckling Tom from
Tom from
West Fargo.
South Fargo,
Yeah,
who he's got to pick his grandkids up at 5 p.m. so can't make sure his round lasts too long.
yeah. He's like, all right, I'm gonna need you to stop shooting 12s. I got to pick my grandkids up soon.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I can't play anyway because
Legal snafus.
Yeah,
I'm a club down.
because what?
I'm one new club in the bag down.
You broke a club?
I did not break a club. The club malfunctioned and it is now broke.
Well, that sounds like you broke a club.
Can you guess what club it is?
Your 3-wood that took forever to get.
That's correct.
Did it malfunction out of your anger?
Nope, not at all. Because then I would have never asked for not a refund, but I wouldn't have asked for a new one,
Okay.
essentially for free. Because I went to hit a shot, hit a normal shot, hit it a little bit fat, but no different than I have before. And I picked the club up to kind of just wipe off the face, wipe the dirt off a little bit. And I realized there is a 2-inch crack on the bottom of the face.
Oh my God.
So the 3 was out of commish. However, I did hit it a couple times after that, and I still got decent yardage out of it. I was probably 15 to 20 yards short of what it normally should have been. But it sounds dead. It sounds like an old metal baseball bat that's been swung 8,000 times.
Okay.
So
Well,
very disappointing.
R.I.P. Mitch play taps right now for Ryan 3-wood.
I also have a jingling sound inside of my driver.
Oh no.
Your new driver?
Yeah, I mean these are all new clubs.
Oh fuck, dude.
Is the new bag at least working well?
You got
Also,
a new bag?
I did get a new bag.
Nice.
I've been talking about this. Either Father's Day and my birthday are 3 days apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I want a new golf bag because I'm sick and tired of jamming my clubs in my bag. They're not individually slotted
Mm-hmm.
and screwing my grips up.
Mm-hmm.
So all I did was ask, just Don't have to give me 2 separate gifts, one for each holiday. Just give me one. And that being a new golf
You
bag.
got a golf bag.
So
Do you
the
love
wife,
it?
she gave me a card, and in the card says you can redeem this for one golf bag of your choice. And so I went there and I'm just staring up at the racks. I'm like, wow, there are so many options here. And I finally landed on one, Tyler. It's Sun Mountain.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're pretty popular.
I had never heard of them before. So I looked up some reviews, great reviews,
Mhm.
and picked a cool color. And your boy got himself a new bag. I have literally everything new right now.
Mhm. And now
Does
it's
that
all
matter?
Breaking.
And that does not matter whatsoever. Matt, keep going down.
Did you get a cart bag or a walking bag?
I got a cart bag, the tour bag.
Mitch.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I got-
I just called Matt Mitch.
I heard that.
No,
don't think I did it.
Uh-oh.
No, Matt, I did,
also, you must-
Matt, I didn't get a cart bag.
Oh.
You guys, you learned, you must have figured out by now that Matt's episode outperformed Mitch's. 'cause
Undefeated,
Matt is
never
in
lost.
the chair. So congratulations, Matt. I just want you to know you're still, everything is still on the line here.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
What? Stop me when you see it.
It's like
Ryan.
white and gray
white and gray.
with a little bit of red and navy on it.
Okay, like
This-
that's not
Kind of like that one.
kind of like this.
Yeah,
This is
kind of like
good
that one.
podcasting.
That's a fancy bag, Ryan.
Oh.
So good Father's Day for
Yeah.
you. I'm not
mean-
even a father yet.
If anything, your boy's going to be looking good rolling up to the course.
It's going to be sweet to get all this new stuff and then not be able to golf for 2 weeks on paternity leave.
That is true. That is true, and that's coming up soon.
Like-
It's also nice to get this new bag in the first round with it. I shoot 94.
You shot 94?
I did on Sunday, yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, the conditions were out of this world. So you know,
Good, bad? I can't tell what you.
bad conditions.
No one can tell what you're. I wasn't here.
They're bad, terrible conditions.
Okay.
Windy. The green. I don't know who rolled those greens, but they must have.
Probably fucking Matt.
Yeah, I took up a second job.
Yeah,
guys.
probably. So yeah, that's it happens. Clubs break. Just make sure you don't break them yourself. Just let it naturally happen. You might
Was
get
the club fitter like receptive to your
Absolutely.
criticism? That's good.
that's part of why I went to that place to get my clubs.
Because he knew he was going to break them.
No,
Yeah.
because I knew that if this happened, he was going to be receptive to getting me a new one, which he did.
Do
Actually,
you have to return the one that's broken?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can't like JB weld that and like sell it to some
Nah,
unknowing punk.
it's in my truck. I'll show you after this.
Okay.
But I mean,
You want to smash it later?
I'm 1-3 wood down. No, I mean it's
I just-
what
you
you
kinda
warrant.
fu-
You got to send it in for warranty.
Okay.
I'm a 3 wood down. I'm a golf bag up, and also Tyler, I am I'm a brand new John Daly number 69 Arkansas jersey.
Yep.
Up.
We're all wearing jerseys.
Yeah, kickback golf, baby.
Yeah, I got Justin Thomas USA jersey.
Yes,
I'm saving this for the next Ryder Cup.
they are sweet. Kickback Golf was generous enough to send us these jerseys. I saw the JD1 number 69
I'm
Arkansas
surprised 'cause
jersey.
that was the second one you were going to get, right? I'm surprised you didn't see that right away.
I know it was on page 2.
Yeah.
I was just so stoked right away. I didn't even go to page 2 because we have talked before about why can't we get some jerseys of professional golfers?
When we got them.
Got them
They're
now.
baseball jerseys, but with golfers' names on them.
I think baseball
even better.
jerseys at our age are the most acceptable jerseys to wear.
I agree.
It's tough.
Like out
It's
in
tough to wear a
public.
basketball jersey besides like at a cabin.
Yeah, I would wear, obviously I'll wear a football jersey on a Sunday at the bar. But
Yeah.
that's it. I'm not going to wear my football jersey casually unless it's like game day and I'm drinking.
I think it's because the baseball jersey has buttons on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
For
like
some-
wear it to a restaurant.
Yeah, for some odd reason that it just makes it feel a little bit more formal.
I mean, I'm also not going to wear a jersey unless I'm doing something like this on the podcast or I'm going to a game. So
Exactly.
I'm not wearing a baseball jersey casually like Jake would all the time.
Yeah. I actually might see if I can get Roman numeral 2 on the back. Daily the second, JD2, because he's Arkansas guy, right?
Yeah.
Number 69.
Yeah.
Imagine
I don't know
this.
I wonder if JD1 gets any residuals for this jersey
Don't know.
because the kickback might not have an NIL deal with JD2.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Now imagine this, Tyler. We got a lot of golfers who are now they're going over to the Live League.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Wolf, most recent.
The weirdest swing on tour.
Yep, Carlos
Respect.
Ortiz.
Okay.
They just committed. Carlos Ortiz, I believe, is the one who hit a hole in one at Waste Management.
Okay.
So both those guys have jumped ship, and I'm thinking to myself like, what if JD 1 and 2 both signed with the LIV League?
They would fit in.
I think that's a natural fit.
100%.
Yeah.
Because then they could be on the same team.
Yeah.
Kind of like LeBron and Bronny.
Would they have to make another team, or would they? I still don't understand how the team shit works for the Live.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be answered about this new league. Number one, we got to get it on some sort of TV or a good streaming service so we can watch it. Number two, I think it would be sweet to go to an event.
Yeah. I think it'd be a blast because they're always going to be in like extravagant places.
Well, the one this weekend is in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a cool ass course still.
Yeah, it's probably pretty sweet.
The Live tournament's in Portland.
Yep.
Oh, I thought everything was going to be in Europe.
Nope, they're traveling around. So yeah, I think we need to get to a tourney for sure. What I am disappointed about though is now I don't know what tournaments are PGA and what are USGA. I never looked into that. But if Waste Management is a PGA tournament and not being able to see a lot of those guys that we did see this last year, same with the Ryder Cup, Tyler. The Ryder Cup's never going to be the same.
No.
It's going to be tough to go back and have the same feeling about that tournament as it was last year.
So here I'll get a little bit into my weekend trip. I played with Andrew and Joe, a couple fans of the podcast, on Friday in Myrtle Beach.
They just shot they shot their shot.
They did. And I'm going to tell you right now, Andrew, I creeped the shit out of you to make sure you weren't a weirdo.
Well, naturally.
Before I said yes to this golf trip. Didn't seem like a weirdo, and you weren't. They were both great.
Nice.
I had a wonderful time with those guys.
Do they DM you and say like, "Yo, if you're in town"?
Yeah, like we're on vacation in Myrtle Beach too. You because we had talked about I needed 2 people to fill. No, you weren't on that episode.
Yeah.
We needed 2 people to fill the Friday tee time because everyone was bailing on us, and I'd already paid for it. And they're like, "Yeah, we'll fill it if you want."
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We've never done that before, and we get quite a few messages saying like, "Hey, what do I got to do to play a round of golf?"
Yep.
This just happened to work out in the right scenario, where it's right place, right time. Everything worked out perfectly to where you were able to get out with.
And they set the bar pretty high, so next time golfing with fans, you're gonna have some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, what I was getting at was we were talking about this exact scenario on the course, right? And we got to, I think that the Ryder Cup still needs to exist. It needs to happen. But it would be fucking sweet if down the road, the Live and the PGA get over their bullshit and they play each other in a Ryder Cup style tournament.
Yep, I agree.
I think that would be awesome.
I do think the PGA takes it though.
Right now.
Still?
Yeah. But who knows 5 years from now what it's going to look like?
I mean, look at, 100%. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, he could join the Live League.
Yeah.
There's so many unknowns at this point. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. But Matt, if you look at like the tournaments that these Live guys have played in, I mean, I don't know if they were in the Travelers Championship or not, but the U.S. Open, I mean, the best finish was Dustin Johnson and 24th. These guys did not put on a good showing.
I just feel like all the names I know are the ones that are hopping over.
They're popular names.
Yeah,
they definitely are.
Are they the best? It's like one new a week.
Are they the best golfers though? Absolutely not.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, you still got the top guys in the world. You got Murakawa, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Rory Matt. All those guys are still in the field.
The ones who are less characters, but probably more consistent.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the biggest proponent against them has been Rory. Rory's got a lot to say about the Live, and he doesn't like it.
But here's the thing: Brooks did the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever get Rory.
No, I who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? His career's. I feel like his career kind of dipped, and now it's back on the
Masters.
I
think the Masters that comeback on the last day, has kind of brought him back into the spotlight. Not that like people have always known who Rory McIlroy is,
correct?
But now he's in the same conversation with hype as Scotty and Morikawa and all the young guys again.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, Rory was supposed to be the it guy for a while.
Oh yeah,
he was the it guy for
he was Tiger's replacement essentially. He was supposed to be the next Tiger. They made the video games after him. He was their guy to watch. I
forgot about the video game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Rory was the heir apparent for Tiger Woods, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. Like by fall off, I mean he wasn't winning every other event.
Exactly.
It's like I'm not saying he was ever shitty.
Yeah.
We keep waiting for the next Tiger. I don't think there ever will be a next Tiger.
Scotty had a very Tiger-esque run there. Very curious to see what happens with him.
I mean, he just finished second last weekend in the Open. So yeah, he's been crushing it. Tyler, I'm going on my first like boys golf trip tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to do, let's take a quick break. Let's push the live talk to the side.
Yep.
We'll maybe touch on it a little bit every week. Just keep you guys informed. If you're not following it, who the new guys going
We're
over
very
are.
curious.
But next segment, we're going to talk about Tyler's trip to the Caddy Girls tournament with Grandpa Dave, as well as my first trip with like my first legit golf trip with the boys outside of you guys.
Yeah, I'm still drunk.
Be right back.
So Tyler, you feeling a little hungover today?
No, actually, I feel fucking amazing because the Caddy Girls gave us IVs and massages.
Really?
Well, they weren't the ones giving the IVs or the massages, but at the tournament, there were an IV station and a massage station.
Was it like the syringes that Ryan and I took?
No, it was a
hook.
hookup to a bag of saline and sit there for 20 minutes and then get pumped full of vitamins and liquids.
Was it free?
Nice.
Oh my God. I think we got scammed at the Waste Match. So Matt and I, we've been part of the IV club since February.
Well, can I have a membership or?
Wait, now you're in. You're
Okay.
absolutely in.
Cool.
And I mean, it felt like I was in a back alley somewhere, and some guy came up. He's like, "Hey, let me hook you up to this machine.
You want this needle in your arm?
It was dimly lit.
You want to feel good?" I mean, it was a tent. It was like a trade show tent with no branding on it, and they never told us the price of this thing before we got it. I think it ended up being like $50 or something like that.
Yeah.
But man, did it make me feel good. But man, was I not able to get drunk after that. So there's like pros and cons to it. Maybe hey, give me a half dose. Give me a half dose.
Yeah, I think we spent like $100 on beer after that and just felt none of it.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
It was almost useless. So you got the IV.
Yeah, I'll start from the beginning. I just wanted to go into his hangover question. So we roll in, Grandpa and I, just two lone wolves.
Fucking dudes being
We're
dudes.
Headed out. Get to Myrtle Beach Thursday at like 2:30. We got the day is our oyster. Shit doesn't get dark until 10. We get there. First thing we do, we check into our Airbnb. Turns out it's on a golf course.
Nice.
Had no idea it was on a golf course.
Nice.
So that's sweet. Grandpa's on the deck watching players for like 25 minutes, sees a ball in the fairway out there. Nobody picked it up for 3 groups. So he gets out of our Airbnb to go steal the ball.
Nice. What kind of ball was it?
It was a range ball. So then he chucked it.
Oh, damn it.
So then he chucked it in the sand to mess with somebody.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Grandpa was on one immediately. So then we're like, all right, we got to get some food. And Grandpa's like, seafood buffet.
Nice.
We are going to a seafood buffet.
Is that a smart play or not? A buffet of seafood.
Yeah, that's what my
Before
thoughts.
the
But you
golf
guys need to
tournament.
remember the sea is a mile away.
I do understand
The
that.
sea here is thousands of miles
10
away.
states
Here's
away.
the thing though, and here's what I've heard about seafood coming in, whether it's close or a long ways away. It's flash frozen regardless. It is flash frozen either on the boat or on the shore to get to North Dakota, and it is flash frozen either on the boat or on the shore to get to the local restaurant.
What if this restaurant is literally within eyesight of the ocean?
What if they just like cruise the boat by and just throw them a big ass?
I don't
cooler?
know. It said it was fresh crab. I don't know.
Okay, well we'll go with it.
Anyway, it was still good. It was called Captain George's, and it was the most touristy buffet I've ever been. The buffet table, like there was like 6 of them. It was ridiculously large.
Okay.
We're all fucking pirate ships with
No
sails
shit.
up above and everything. Yeah, there it is.
It does look pretty cute.
That looks pretty sweet though, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And those are just 2 of the little ones. Yeah, Captain George was a trip, but then Grandpa and I, we were all pumped to go like gambling that night or like go out drinking a little bit on Thursday night. We finished up at Captain George's because it was expensive. Like we got to get our money's worth.
No shit.
So we ate a ton, and we went home and fell asleep.
I was gonna say you can't really go out and booze after a big meal.
Yeah,
After
that's
some
what-
buttery lobster and crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds dank though.
it was fantastic. But then we went back and we're like, all right, let's regroup at the Airbnb, and then we'll go out. Like maybe we'll go on this riverboat gambling.
Ooh.
Classic boys trip. Make our own beef jerky.
Yeah.
The river.
Shit with the door open.
Yep. But then we're sitting on the couch, flip on the TV. Top Gun, the original is playing. Your current watch.
No, I'm done.
Okay, good.
I finished it. Great movie.
Grandpa falls asleep at what would be 5:30 our time here,
No shit.
and I was like, "Fuck!" Well, there goes our night. But I was like, "It's good. The old man needs his rest." We got up super early to get on the plane. Next day, We go out and eat breakfast on the ocean, and then Grandpa loves, like, I like being on time. Grandpa loves being early and not 15 minutes early.
I love that about him.
Not
though.
30 minutes early, 2 hours early to everything. So we drive to this course, and I'm like, we're taking the scenic route because we're going to be there 3 hours early if we leave right now and take the interstate.
Okay, this is Friday, correct?
Yes.
What festivities are Friday?
Just golf with Andrew and Joe.
Okay, and there was no party that night?
There was.
Okay.
Yep. So the party wasn't until like 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So we leave and we take the scenic route, and we get there and we're still 2 hours early. So we hit range balls, we putt a shit ton, and we wait for those guys to show up. They show up, we golf. It's great. They're pretty good. They're better than us. But
better than you or better
than
both of
us. They both shot like super low 80s.
Yeah, okay.
And they were they were disappointed. Not like upset disappointed,
Sure.
but they're like, God damn, we've been playing better.
There's a difference maker. I'm pumped at a low 80 score.
Right, exactly. But they were super chill. They both hit like a couple chunks. Great guys. Would golf with them again in a heartbeat. So
Sure.
shout out to you two. We didn't take a picture together. Send me just selfies and I'll Photoshop some bullshit.
Nice.
But no, we played. I played like shit, but I played just good enough to not hate myself.
Yep.
Like I think I shot a 104 or something.
Okay.
New
course by the ocean.
But I had
Jet lag.
I had
Jet lag.
4 8s.
Oh God.
Otherwise, I was pretty good. I had one really sick birdie.
What did Grandpa shoot that day?
Grandpa shot a 97 or 98.
God, that
So
guy,
I was a
that
102.
guy, dude.
I was a 102 because he beat me by 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a little disappointed in myself. But I can't beat him. I can't fucking beat him, dude. He's a sharpshooter. He beat me, and he played with one ball for 17 holes. 17 holes. It was just 180 yards at a time, straight as an arrow.
Yep.
And then he started to get a little warm. And on 18, he put 3 in the water and he got a 10.
No. 1 in, 2 out, 3 in, 4 out, 5 and 6 out, hitting 7.
Hitting 7 into the sand, 8 still in the sand, 9 onto the green, 10 in the hole.
Damn.
He's trying to get off that course.
Yeah.
And he still beat me by 4 or 5.
Holy shit.
So it's just safe to say that I'm nowhere near beating him unless we'll fast forward to the Caddy Girls tournament. I'll talk about the details later, but he was fucked up.
How was the party on Friday night?
Party was great. So there was like a caddy draft. So basically the Caddy Girls sent out a list of all the caddies that were available for the golfers. And they're like, you're going to have to pick some caddies because it's like you show up and the order you show up ends up being the draft order.
Okay.
And Grandpa and I looked at the list. And
Well, you guys were 8 hours early, so you had to have gotten number one draft pick. Right?
we were pretty damn close to one. we were there.
Top 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say we were probably the 5th or 6th pick. And I texted Maddie because I'm like, I don't know nothing about these girls. I'm like, who's the most fun? So she gave me a list of like 6 girls that are really fun. And then Grandpa's going through this in detail, like reading the bios, like
Hell yeah.
where are they from? Not from the Midwest. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
And then he found one girl that won state in track twice. And me and my sisters ran track. He's like, her,
Yep.
we're picking her. And I was like, okay, what about this list that we got advice from the main caddy girl? Like she told us these are the really, really fun ones. And he's like, no, we're going with her. We could talk to her about track. I was like, okay.
He did his own scouting by the sounds of it.
He did.
Yeah, he was
He
deep
did.
in the war room.
So we drafted, her name is Emerson. Emerson is fun. She works at Hooters.
Ralph Waldo?
No, I asked her that too. I was
Okay.
like, I asked her like, are you named after the poet? And she's like, no, I'm named after some show that my mom liked.
Okay.
Um,
That's the only Emerson I know.
Oh, well then, so
I mean, I don't know him, but
can I get to the story, JD1?
Never met him.
She works at Hooters and she's met JD1.
no.
Yeah.
No.
He came to the Hooters in Myrtle Beach and she met him.
I bet he's frequented that Hooters
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I asked her when she told us she works at Hooters. I was like, have you met John Daly? Does he come to your Hooters? She's like, oh, yeah. I've met him.
Had she though? Was there proof?
I didn't see pictures. I took her word for it.
Okay. That's
Not-
about the best you can do.
Yeah, nothing. She didn't have a reason to lie.
Yeah, I know. Has she met JD too?
No.
Damn it.
Nope.
Okay. He's
No.
still making his rounds with the
Yeah,
NIL deals,
yeah.
going Hooters to Hooters.
Yeah.
Hooters.
Wait for the Coastal Carolina tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Then he'll be in town.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, there she is right there.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
It's not Emerson.
Okay.
Anyway, so we meet Emerson. We meet Emerson at the draft, and there's like, it's a rooftop party. We got a bunch of drink tickets. There's
That's
a
sick.
bunch of rich, swanky people.
Really?
That they were too drunk and they kept dropping their drink tickets on the floor. So I was just fucking scoping them
Why
out.
wouldn't you?
It's just, I was the one absolute gutter rat stealing drink tickets
Yeah.
off the floor.
Why wouldn't you?
I'm just like, and
Well, there'll be people like, Tyler, why would you steal someone else's drink ticket? Like, Ryan, why would you take someone's ball who is 9,000 yards away? That's his.
I was like, these are laying on the floor in puddles
Yeah.
of liquor, and I'm just poor. So
Yeah.
like, these are mine.
These guys can buy their own.
Yep.
Can buy new ones in a heartbeat.
Hell yes, dude.
So we were out there. The rooftop was really cool. It was on the beach, so we were on the ocean and the rooftop. There was the massage and the IV tables were there to prepare you for the next day if you wanted it there. There was a chipping competition, which I have video proof. I beat Maddie Poole, and she hasn't been beaten in that game in 2 years.
No shit.
So, Maddie, I know you're listening to this. I know you're still hurt about it. I will take you down again and again and again.
we're 2-0 against her.
Yeah, that's what she's like. She said, this is redemption for the scramble, and then she lost.
That is the way to represent this page and this
Yep.
group, Tyler.
She's like,
That because I had no control over that.
yeah, and she's so much better than me, but we're so far in her head.
I know, and that's all that matters.
We own, I would say, probably 85% of the real estate in Maddie Poole's brain.
Nice.
So-
Or she's just letting us win.
No,
I get it.
no, she's too competitive. She didn't let a single person on that rooftop win.
What was the chipping competition? What was
It's
it?
Chippo. It's like beanbags. There's 3 holes with nets, and you chip the balls into the
Okay.
holes. Yep, and the 2 tiny ones in the top are 3 points, and the bottom, big one in the bottom is 1.
So did you get it in the hole?
I got it in the top right. and
Wow.
For 3 points, and then so she got it in the bottom one, her second shot, and so she needed to get the top one to win, and she missed. And then
Let's
she
go.
fell onto the ground, and was just like, no.
Damn.
I was like,
Weekend ruined.
yep, pretty much. So then, yeah, Grandpa was getting a massage on the rooftop during this giant party.
Everyone is just partying and having a good time.
I think I saved the snap. I'll show it to you.
And there's Grandpa Dave getting
Well,
getting
not is he just getting a massage. There's a giant rooftop party. He's getting a massage, and this lady comes out with a hula hoop on fire and starts doing like Cirque du Soleil shit on the rooftop of the crowd of people.
and Grandpa Dave's sleeping. He's
Yeah.
sleeping on the massage table.
Out.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's him getting out of the massage. There it
Okay.
is. You see it in the background?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Wild.
Those gals know how
Yeah.
to throw a party.
They do. They know how to throw a fucking party. And it was Caddyshack themed the first night. So like best Caddyshack costume won a prize.
Nice.
Some dude showed up in a gopher costume.
Perfect.
A full like mascot gopher costume.
That's commitment.
Yeah, big time. So there was there was a whole bunch of silent auctions and raffles and all sorts of shit. And it was really fun. But then it was till 11, but Grandpa was ready to tap out about 10 o'clock. So
Yep.
we'd get home and rest. So we went home, wake up the next morning, get breakfast again. And we're supposed to be at the Caddy Girls tournament at 11. And so we get there 10:30. So that was the thing we were the least early to.
Sure.
They're still setting up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, God damn it. So we run around. Grandpa gets an IV, big old feed bag burrito bar thing. They had a beer Olympics out there before the tournament. The main party was before the tournament.
Nice.
So there was a bunch of drinking games, putting competition that neither of us won. DJ at all times. Then we didn't.
How was the DJ for you? Was it? Did you mind having a DJ while playing golf?
No, it wasn't during the tournament. He didn't like follow you around.
Well, I thought they had
Just, like, at the entrance?
music stations at like different holes.
They
like-
had stands at different holes.
Okay.
Yeah, but there wasn't like the DJ at each one. When we hadn't met our partners yet, we still didn't know who our partners
Sure.
were until we were in the cart. So we get there. We're playing with a guy named Ron and a guy named Connor. Ron owns a bunch of pizza restaurants in the Myrtle Beach area and in Georgia. Biggest Viking fan I've ever met.
No shit.
He's from, I think, born in Miami, moved to Puerto Rico, then back to the area for no reason whatsoever other than he just picked a team. He loves the Vikings. So immediately he and I became best friends.
How can you not?
He had a full Vikings golf bag.
Yeah.
Vikings ball markers, tees, you name it.
That's sick.
So me and Ron and Grandpa are going to go to a game next year.
Nice.
Great dude. He was in his probably like his 50s, I think. I don't know, but they were great to play with.
Yeah.
Connor dude, he couldn't hit anything but his driver, and he hit his driver a fucking mile.
I love that.
He
If you can't do anything, smash the driver.
Yeah, and like he had a couple good chips here and
Yeah.
there and some good putts, but the only thing that was consistently straight and good was his driver. The first
Nice.
hole, they were talking like Ron was hyping him. I'm like, this guy right here, guys, he's a 300 is a short drive for him. Like we'll put him safe and we'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, I've heard this song and dance before.
Yeah. From
First-
me many times.
Yep. First one is a par 4, 312, drives the green. And I'm like, we're in fucking business, baby.
So this is scramble format, correct?
Yep.
This is taking the best shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Drives the green, but there's a group on the green.
Oh no.
So we can see them do it, and they said they didn't pick his ball up and chuck it in the woods.
No shit.
Yep.
Good start.
And then we drive up there, and he's like, "Sorry guys, I'm really sorry." And they're like, "Oh, you weren't actually even close to us. You weren't that close to us, but you sure hit it well. Good job."
The only reason they said that because his ball was no longer there.
Yeah, well, when we found it, we saw them throw it, and it's
What?
like, you motherfuckers.
Why? Why did they do
Because
that?
he didn't think that he could get to the green on his first drive of the day because he was
Sure.
still a little stiff. And then he fucking drilled it. So then we ended up having to use my safe shot because
You didn't just drop one down back on the green?
No, because those guys were sitting there watching us.
That
Otherwise,
disappoints me.
Me too. It pissed me off, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit into those guys all day.
Yeah.
But then they let us through on like the next hole.
Those
Because they knew what they were up against at that point.
Yeah.
those cocksuckers.
But we didn't play amazing. Like Connor would pull or shank one, and then we'd have to do mine or Grandpa's drives,
Yep.
and not a single one of the four of us could hit a second shot to save our lives.
That's a bummer.
There was a lot of times that we didn't get a lot of greens in regulation. We made big putts. We had great drives, but our second shots were absolute horseshit. We bogeyed 2 holes
No.
in this scramble. We birdied 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It was Emerson's second time caddying, so she still hadn't finished the training. She doesn't really know a lot about golf yet.
Yep.
So Grandpa put her on fireball duty, so that anytime we
Grandpa
got,
Dave just handing out jobs.
well, he's like, hey, I'll teach you some golf stuff if you go on fireball duty.
Also,
And-
how are the hurdles?
yeah, well, she's a sprinter, 1, the 2, and the 4x1. He's like, that's what my granddaughter runs. And so
Hell yeah.
they bonded over track big time. But every time we get a birdie, before we get back to the cart, Emerson already had the shots poured,
How many
ready to go. I think we had 6 or 7 birdies.
How many shots you take?
I don't know. At least the fireball shots, so 6 or 7, and then about every 3 holes there was a stand
Jesus
that had
Christ.
some sort of game, and then everything was free. So like drinks,
Yeah.
everything all day long was free unless you bought from the clubhouse or the Tito's cart.
Sure.
Obviously, they want you to tip because it's for charity. But even when the Bev cart came around, the Bev cart's like, yeah, the Caddy girls paid for beers. So if you want beers, they're free.
That's
so
lit.
Grandpa was talking to ghosts by hole 8.
I suppose I can't ask. Did you beat him because it was scramble?
Yeah,
do
but
you think you would have beat him that day?
1,000,000%. Because by the end of it, I could never hit my driver. Connor was getting a little drunk. He couldn't hit his driver anymore. So I'm like, all right, I'm done laying up. Somebody's got to hit. I was crushing my driver. For
Fuck
me,
yeah.
I was hitting like 270, 275.
That's huge.
It's just a tiny little baby fade.
Yeah.
So I felt good. I played really good. The rest, there was a few holes on the back 9 that were just my hole.
Dope.
So
Love
that felt good. So the theory continues to prove itself that I don't have a sweet spot. Just the drunker I get, the better I am.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
We got to push that limit.
Yeah.
We got to see if you can become scratch and just never remember it.
Yeah. I should just drink like a jar of moonshine.
Yeah.
And then shoot under par.
I think it's possible.
God, so how did I shoot 2 under yesterday?
It's like,
Fuck,
bro, you
I
qualified
can't
for the
remember.
tour.
The greatest golfer that never knew it.
Where's the IV bag? Anyone got IV bag? That's sweet though, man. It sounded like it's a tournament I got to go to next year.
Yes. We 100% have to have our own team of 4.
Grandpa Dave being one of them.
Yes, he's in it. Everyone at that tournament loved him. They don't give 2 flying fucks if the breakfast ball guys ever come back.
I believe
They
it.
just want Grandpa Dave to come back.
I believe it. Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen the video that was posted yesterday on our channels, probably the most wholesome piece of content I've ever watched before.
Yeah, most wholesome piece of content we've ever put out.
Yeah,
It was sweet.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't want to be the guy on my phone the whole time. I was like, I gotta get just enough. I missed a lot of funny things.
Really?
Which I didn't want to be on my phone all the time.
Which is fine. Those memories are for you guys and you guys only. You know, we don't need to share everything with the world, but what you did share, I think, and you even read through the comments like, God, you know, I really wish I could play around with my grandpa again. Yeah, that was really cool. I was really excited to see that.
Yeah, I got permission from Grandpa for any of you guys that watch the video and your grandpas have maybe passed or you never met them. He is more than willing and happy to be claimed by you. So he will be your grandpa
He's
too.
up for grandpa adoption.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I've called him grandpa for like the last, I don't know, 2 years.
The whole tournament, he introduced himself as Grandpa.
That's because he knows he's a brand at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he knows that.
Okay.
I think he lives it. He would introduce himself. Hey, I'm Grandpa. It's like there's people there that didn't know his name and just called him Grandpa the whole time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. But it was an absolute blast. Like if your grandpa is alive and you need to do this. Like you don't have to go somewhere extravagant like Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Like, just find a weekend in like a place close to you that has a bunch of courses and just go play them. It'll be a blast and it'll be worth every penny. So
yeah, and neither of my grandpas golf. So I probably won't get that experience. But now it makes, when I become a grandpa one day, I want to be able to go out and do that with my grandkids. Yep. And so yeah, that was cool to see.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad I brought him. So, but next year we got to bring the whole crew.
Yeah,
we'll share Grandpa Dave.
Yep.
And then we'll have our own team. So you guys can't chicken out on me again this year.
No, it wasn't a chickening out thing. It was what was the reason I used last week that I couldn't go?
I don't remember. You've had a couple.
The week before. What was that one? Do you remember?
He had an ingrown toenail or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you
Something
remember
tragic.
3 weeks ago? What?
No one can remember. Just you make a new one up. We'll believe you.
Okay, so I'm having a child at the end of next month. So traveling that far is tough for me because that little sucker could come at any time.
Yeah, are you on high alert right now? You need to have like your phone ready at all times.
It is. Yeah, I'm on high alert. Meg's doing really good though. And I'm also going on a golf trip tomorrow. First golf trip with the boys. Now, here's how I worked my way into this thing. I mean, I was obviously invited, but
so here's how I scam these shitheads into inviting me.
So
hey guys, here's how you can get invited to a golf trip with your friends without them even knowing.
Well, number one, don't be a dud. Like when you're meeting, like, so I got the invite from my best buddy, Adam. I golf with him almost weekly. And we're basically going with his in-laws, that side of his family.
Okay.
So he has an unbelievable relationship with his father-in-law, his brother-in-law, his wife's uncle, all that kind of stuff. So we're going with essentially his whole side of the family, couple buddies of his father-in-law, old hockey players they used to play at UND with. And so I think there'll be 8 to 10 of us. And I got the invite probably 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm like, absolutely. Where are we going? Well, we're going to the quarry at Giants Ridge, which we've talked about before on this podcast.
Yep.
Immaculate course. So we're playing that one. We're playing the Wilderness, and we're playing one more that I can't remember. But this is the type of trip where it's like, okay, I'm going in not having zero expectations of what the score is. I hope we can play like some fun games. I think day one, we're playing old guys versus young guys.
Nice.
Day two, I don't know what we're doing day two, but we're big scenery guys.
Yes.
We're big, like, if you can golf in some good scenery, that is number one. Myrtle Beach is a perfect example. I'm sure just like palm trees and shit like that made the entire trip.
There was South Carolina's vegetation is interesting.
Yeah.
It's like if you took North Dakota and Minnesota with like the pine trees and oak trees.
Yep.
And then just added palm trees.
That's where why is the pine to palm not playing in South Carolina?
That's a great fucking point.
Because it's the same thing.
It is weird. You're right. That's weird. Also, sorry to derail your thing.
No, I love being derailed. It's fine.
A guy got eaten by an alligator the first day we were down there mowing his lawn.
No.
Live?
Yeah. He just got eaten by his alligator. He's mowing his lawn. A gator rushed out of the pond, ate him.
I might be a dick for saying this, but that seems like that's on him.
How?
I feel like you could. Okay, maybe I'm being a little confident. I feel like I could outrun an alligator.
Are you fucking kidding
Well,
me?
if you're
Google how fast alligators are.
Alligators are fucking fast,
Are
Matt.
they?
And also, if your back's turned, if you're making the
And I
turn
guess
with
if
the
he has
mower,
maybe he has headphones on or something like
exactly. That is
Okay.
Can you run 20 miles an hour?
that. All right, 35 on land. All right, I take that back. I redact that statement.
Dude,
Facebook fact check me. Whatever.
I think I've ran at fastest like 20 to 22 miles an hour
Mhm.
on a treadmill, like on the
Yeah, well, that
agility
forces you to go
treadmills.
fast,
Correct. And my legs cannot move that fast. The
Mhm.
treadmill was moving my legs for me.
Mhm.
So that is fast. So again,
I take it
that
back.
hot take.
I take it back.
Okay. So pretend Matt didn't even say that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this guy got
well,
eaten.
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah. So I was on high alert around all water.
Yeah.
I wanted to see an alligator pretty bad, but I didn't see one. I just didn't want to get like up close and personal.
I bet they saw you.
They probably
Probably.
did. I saw one when I was down there golfing,
That's
and
kinda
it was
cool.
pretty cool. It was sunbathing.
That's sweet.
So this golf trip, we have 3 rounds booked. We're doing a stay and play. I've never done a stay and play before.
Like you're saying at the resort?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
So we're staying at the resort. We're playing 3 different courses, 8 to 10 different guys. I've met most of them. A couple I haven't, which I think is the beauty of it. Is like you meet new people who y'all have the same intentions. We're just gonna have a good time this weekend. So I'll give you guys an update on it next week. But again, I'm not going in looking to shoot the low score. I actually have out of the 8 to 10 guys, I have the 3rd worst handicap.
Okay.
So it's anywhere from like a basically scratch to like 8 handicap. That's where the majority lies. And it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a battle, but hopefully I can play up to the competition. We're gonna do a scramble the first day.
It's going to be tough without your 3-wood.
I know. I'm still gonna hit it, I think.
Hmm.
Or I'm just gonna I'm gonna about 120% the hybrid. See if I can get it somewhere.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, or maybe like 75% the driver.
Hey, do you want? Maybe I'll borrow you the adjustable swing stick if you want to use that. Put
Sure.
it on a 1-iron.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be huge actually.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't really been on a trip like this where, we're gonna play and we're gonna drink a shit ton and we're gonna have a great time at night. It's been a while, probably since Waste Management, since we've done that, but we didn't even do that too heavy.
No.
It was more of a business trip.
Yeah, we were actually shooting videos
Yes.
and stuff.
So I don't really know what to expect. It's my first time on a boys trip without you guys in the group.
Yeah, like I said,
So-
it's because when you go on a trip with us, it's a men's trip.
Business first.
Yeah.
It's a business trip.
Yeah. Well,
You guys are boys.
no.
Along with
I
along with
disagree.
myself.
Well, we got a boy with us.
I've got like 6 chest hairs, my guy.
I don't even think I have that many.
Not me either.
I've been growing it out for.
I think we're the
26
most
years.
hairless podcast, even though we
we
got
might be
Probably.
the most hairless golf podcast on the whole
we have
network.
0 chest lettuce on any of us.
Yeah, none at all.
No.
And I'm not ashamed about it.
Me either.
I'd rather be hairless than hairy.
Yeah.
Same, less maintenance.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what Wednesday through Friday. We'll come back Friday, but
Mhm.
then 4th of July weekend. So gonna be playing a lot of golf.
Yes. That's good. That's good. I'm playing 1 round this weekend. You'll never guess with who.
Who?
Grandpa Dave,
Yep.
where at?
Sunday at home.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. This is like because I was talking a little shit after the Caddy Girls tournament. I'm like, I would have kicked your ass if we were playing against each other in
Yeah.
that tournament. And he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." He gives me his old man thing.
Yep.
So we're playing on Sunday,
That'd be fun.
10 a.m.
Okay.
The
match.
the true redemption match. Yeah, because we were with Joe and Andrew that first round. So like, getting used to these guys, you're figuring them out. So you're not playing your best, right?
Right.
Saturday, obviously, we can't count Saturday as a
No.
competition between the two of us.
Scramble.
So the true competition this Sunday, me versus him.
Nice.
No outsiders, no distractions, just pure competitive golf. I'm gonna even get a separate cart.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I would
but
like to play Grandpa one time too.
should.
Yeah.
You should. He was pretty dialed in. The only time he struggled, the only thing I saw him on Friday anyway that he was bad at that he usually isn't, is par 3s.
Really?
He usually sticks it pretty fucking close, and he was chipping on every time.
And for the people listening, how old is Grandpa Dave?
77?
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking 77-year-old man who can still play.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
thinking about it in that light, we still have about 50 years left. I got about 48 years left.
We got 48 years to finally break 80.
Putting it into perspective, thinking that your Grandpa Dave as a 77-year-old is still playing good golf and I am 29 and you are 27.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that we have 50 years of golf left is unbelievable.
Yeah, you got time, baby. You're good.
What am I going to get myself into in the next 50 years?
Well, parenthood very soon.
Well, yeah, but on the golf course.
I don't know. Maybe hopefully you get a new 3-wood. Maybe.
Ideally. Probably another bag at some point.
Gotta get another bag. Oh, speaking of that, so I have my old bag completely empty. I think we should just give it away.
Sure.
I'll give it away to someone.
Yeah.
So if you want it's tailor-made. It's got an NBC golf thing on the side.
Yep.
If you want the bag and you are willing to pay shipping for it.
I kind of want the bag because my NBC golf bag's broken.
Oh, okay. Recant that statement.
Now I gotta buy it.
Should we give
I'll
out your bag, Tyler?
No, I'll give it to you, Tyler.
But I don't know if anyone wants a broken bag from me.
Oh.
Because like there's a pole in the front that keeps its shape. That pole broke.
Okay.
So like when I put the strap around it, it collapses and I can't get my clubs in the thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're out there and you think you can finish that or fix that bag,
let me know.
I'll give you my old one. So sorry, it was misleading. I was going to give it away, but I'm going to give it to Tyler.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm glad you said something because that's what I would have preferred to do anyway.
Thanks.
So yeah, I'll give you guys an update on the golf trip next week. I'll maybe try and do something like you did with Grandpa Dave with the videos, but again, I'm gonna be pretty disconnected. I'm just gonna be taking it all in. These courses are, these are probably gonna be the nicest courses I've ever played.
Yeah, they'll be up there. I told Megan they should do the Caddy Girls tournament there.
That would be.
It's Evie. Duluth isn't nearly it's not a sexy name like Myrtle Beach.
Not a very central. I guess it is kind of central, but not like to the rest of the world.
Yeah, like there was a lot of people at the tournament. We came the farthest, I'm pretty sure. Grandpa and I. Most of the people were like within. Yeah, they're all southern, but they're all within like 2-3 hours. They could make a drive over there. Ron, the pizza guy we were playing with, he's lived in Myrtle Beach, so like a lot of the people were right there. So I think that makes it a little difficult because I don't know how big their clientele base is in Duluth. But
sure,
it would be pretty cool.
Well, it's also fun for us to travel different places too.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, I'm in for next year. Pending I'm not having another kid next year.
Well, I'm gonna be, but I've been around for 2. Like 2 out of 3 is good.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it next year. If you guys have the opportunity to go on a boys trip, if you can go to travel somewhere, play in a tournament, you're not going to be disappointed.
Yes.
You're going to make some memories that you'll remember forever. And that's kind of what it's all about. So get your trip scheduled.
Yep.
Get something on the books, get the boys, 3-4 months out, get it all planned. And it is a ton of fun.
Yes. And you'll remember it forever. So do it.
Okay.
I'm going to leave everybody with one final Grandpa Dave story from the trip.
Okay.
We get to our first drink tent stand, and there's an inflatable pool tube thing.
Yeah.
But it's a giant bull.
Yeah, an inflatable bull.
Inflatable bull. And it's for photo ops. You get on it. One of the caddies takes a picture of you, and that's it. But I get on it, and I'm smart enough to know, don't just fully sit on this thing. It is an inflatable tube, but not in water. You'll fall over.
Yep.
So I take my picture. Grandpa Dave gets up there. He's got his club over his head, drops his ass down, full weight, eats shit, almost does a backwards somersault. And I just stayed and filmed it. And the whole everybody rushed to Grandpa Dave's house. He's like, I'm fine. I'm on.
While you're laughing and filming.
Yeah, I'm laughing and filming.
Yeah.
And then I noticed last night that just barely you can hear him. He's like, I'm on the ground. So then he gets up, sticks one on the green, and then we move on. But so it just doesn't matter. If you eat shit, you can still hit a good golf shot, even at 80 years old. So
did any of the caddy girls see him stick one on the green after that happened?
Oh, yeah. There was a whole bunch of them there, and Emerson saw every shot. So
let's fucking go.
Well, she said we were the best group she's ever caddied for, but I think she's paid to say that. So
probably.
This is also her second, you said? Her second time caddying?
Second week.
Oh
yeah.
Yep. So I don't know how many
you guys
times
are the first group I've actually ever caddied for.
So you guys are the best.
You're the best, yeah.
You're setting the standard.
You set the bar high.
Well, good luck. No one will ever beat it,
Yeah.
Emerson. Sorry.
We'll beat it next year. Tyler, that's
Yep.
our goal, is to beat it next year.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
guys, thanks for listening in episode 91. We'll be back next week. We'll have an update on the golf trip from my side, and I'm sure Tyler will have an update on the Grandpa Dave match. Again, as always, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you next week. Love you.
Love you. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.